Bonsoir, mon cher. C'est jeudi à soif. Thirsty Thursday. Yay. It's our romance reading. We are here to do our weekly love reading with the Romance Angel Oracle deck. It's another out of print deck from a lady who decided to no longer make tarot and oracle cards anymore. So it's kind of a rare one, but it's very popular. So this is a good chance to get to share it with others. Let's check in to see, well, I'll put that to the side, I won't flip it over yet, what we need to know for our highest good so that we can become the partners that we ourselves want to attract into our lives, so that we can, I'm going to flip that over and not look at it, so that we can expand into our potential and trust the process and need nothing outside of ourselves and feel entirely whole and complete and manifest healthy, interdependent, securely attached romances. Is this possible? Can we do it? We shall see. And what, as far as our self-defeating tendencies, do we need to be aware of? Okay. And then one last card to round things off. All right. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Our first card was flirt. Let's see. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. I love that. I have just tried to be sprightly and open and pleasant wherever I go. It's, you know, I'm one of those people that has resting bitch face, and I'm very introverted and I'm very closed off when I'm like in my zone. And so I've been trying to open up while I'm out in public, which is also kind of hard because I am an empath, and so energy vampires love empaths. So I have a very giving heart, and that makes me a magnet for anyone who's wanting to receive. And so, you know, you don't always know like who's a shady character, who can be trusted, who's not. So sometimes I'm like very closed off because sometimes if I'm, you know, approached in a parking lot or something, it's very uncomfortable. So I try to make it a point to make my energy open and flirtatious. And so I think it's just a good practice to have, you know, even like if you're checking out, flirt with the old lady cashier, flirt with everyone. It doesn't matter what gender. It's not necessarily sexual. It's just this energy, the bubbly, you know, warm, friendly willingness to play, right? It's like, have you ever tried to flirt with someone, even just in the spirit of fun, and they're like so uptight and like curmudgeon, and they have like no humor, and they're being too literal, and they're not going with it, and you're like, oh my God, like I am over here being wonderful and you are just turning me off. So loosen up, have fun, be playful, don't take life so seriously, don't take yourself seriously, and people will be very attracted to that. People love a playful, like fun, magnetic energy. So yes, I mean, and if you are married, like for God's sake, don't be out flirting with people in a way that you seem like you're trying to attract sexual attention from others. But, you know, you can be friendly and you can definitely flirt with your spouse. In fact, this is a special message to people who are already in a relationship. If you are looking to get into a serious relationship, or like if you're married, you have to keep flirting with each other. I have had relationships in the past where I continued the flirtatious energy, but it's like they just weren't like doing it back anymore, or they weren't, oh, I just noticed I have like smeared nail polish all over my fingers. I'm not bleeding, it's nail polish. They're not flirting, and it's like, wow, it takes two to tango, right? So if you're in a relationship and you're having like, it's like kind of the energy is getting stale, ask yourself, like, are you being open to flirting with your partner? Are you being flirtatious? Are you bringing any energy that's appealing? Or like they kind of like throwing it out there to you, and you're like this all the time, right? Do you always have a headache, you know? Maybe you need an Advil, and then buck up. You'll be in the mood once you get going. Yeah, and that's so, and if it's your partner that's not being flirty, then try to offer the flirtatious energy. And if they're not picking up on it and they're not responding in kind, then communicate. The best thing to do is communicate before things get like too heavy and too like problematic. If you avoid confrontation, then like the tension builds, the resentment builds, the weight of the whole situation builds, the pressure builds, you're in a pressure cooker, someone's gonna blow and explode, and then there's gonna be real problems, or someone's gonna do something like very like self-destructive or whatever, or act out because they're rebelling against the tense energy. So just address things as they come up. That way it's not a big deal, right? If you keep things light, don't make it a big deal, but like keep the air cleared, be direct in your communication, be light, be honest, right? Okay, so what was our next card? Oh, okay, so the second card was this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. So this could be someone that you're going to meet soon. This could be maybe there is someone in your life that there is like a mutual attraction there, or there's potential, or maybe some possibility of something that you may have overlooked or you thought was no longer an option. That could be something worth exploring. If you don't have someone in your life where you're like, I have no idea, like that there's like literally no one that I've met, then I would say the new moon is coming up Saturday. And I would say go through the history of your relationships and look to see what the partners have in common that were really great. Go through and catalog the qualities that you really like, that you've already had experience with, that you know is like something that you would like to call in the next partner. And maybe catalog some of the qualities that you know are like deal breakers. Distinguish against like preferences versus deal breakers or non-negotiables, you know, maybe like get clear on all of those things so you can start calling in the partner that you are hoping to receive, that you're hoping to grow something with, right? So get clear on that. The new moon, I think, is Saturday. So start ruminating on these kinds of qualities that you want to call in, and then maybe on the new moon, right after the moon is officially new, following that, you can, you know, start writing these qualities out that you've been thinking about in your journal, do some visualization, some meditations, but the writing about it is definitely, I've always found it to be very beneficial. What I said out loud, like what self-defeating tendencies do we need to overcome? The card romantic feelings came out. And so it made perfect sense to me that sometimes we defeat ourselves by overly romanticizing things, by projecting our fantasies on things, by following all of our romantic feelings without like qualifying those against like practical criteria. For instance, there may be someone that you have romantic feelings for, but maybe they're not showing any good signs that they can offer you a healthy partnership. Maybe they're not willing to commit. Maybe they're not emotionally available. Maybe they're not literally available, right? So in this case, to continue to invest in romantic feelings for someone when they are not romantically investing in you, that would be working against yourself, right? This is when we need to take those kinds of real honest inventories and ask ourselves, like, truly, like, have you been overly invested in someone that's not showing any signs of being interested or invested in you? If so, cut the cord, walk away, next, like, make room, because something else could come in. There's potential for you to meet a new person, and you may be sabotaging yourself by being too weak and following every romantic impulse instead of also saying, okay, well, my romantic impulses are valid, But also, let's use my wisdom and discernment and experience, right? Is this person trying to earn me? Are they showing equal interest? Are they responding regularly? You know, are they mirroring back to me what I'm putting out? Like if I'm being flirty, are they being flirty? Are they being like a, you know? So read the room, decide what you need to do, and retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So right now, the best way to improve your partnerships or make room for partnerships coming in is maybe to be comfortable spending time in your own company. Make time to spend time alone with yourself, alone with your thoughts. We don't want to lose ourselves in our relationships or in our search for relationships, right? So in order to really have a healthy relationship or to call in a healthy relationship, it's beneficial to have, like, to be be comfortable in your own company. Some people are afraid to be alone with themselves. Some people are afraid to be alone with their own thoughts. Some people find it too uncomfortable, right? So get comfortable with yourself. Tune in, you know, think about the kind of relationships, kind of partnership you're trying to call in. And if you're already in one, then you're going to want to think about, okay, well, what can I do to add more to this partnership? How can I give more? You know, a lot of the time we're so preoccupied with what our needs are and what we want our partner to give us that we forget that we are also like bringing something to the table, and we need to be offering, like, make the mistake of, like, I don't want to say overgiving, because then you don't want to like tip into the like empathic overgiving to the point where you're depleting yourself. But fill your own tank, and then make it your mission to be the most high value partner that you can be without depleting yourself, without overgiving. You be the high value partner, right? In the meantime, if your partner is determined not to be a good partner, you need to communicate. You need to set some boundaries. You need to communicate your needs, but you also need to check in, be totally honest with yourself. Are you making it someone else's responsibility to take care of your emotional well-being? Because that's enmeshment and that's a codependent pattern, right? So you need to be able to meet your own needs whilst at the same time holding standards for your partner, but like not putting it completely on them to fulfill you. Does that make sense? Like, you want them to be an equal partner who's also giving and receiving love and support, right? You want them to meet a standard of what you both deserve to give and receive, but you don't need them to make you a happy person. If you are upset or anxious or afraid, it does help to have a partner there to be supportive. But if you were alone, you would have to self-soothe, right? So can you you know, parent yourself instead of putting all that pressure onto the other person, right? So right now is a good time, whether you're in a relationship or whether you're by yourself, to retreat, to take some time to appreciate your solitude, your independence, and to figure out ways to make sure that you have the muscle built where you know how to be fulfilled on your own through your relationship with Source, through the things that fill your life with joy and value, right? And then a partner is like an added bonus in that life, right, that you offer each other. Oh, I forgot, I left my dehumidifier on, so it's probably some white noise in the background. I just noticed it when it cut off. All right, you guys, so we have flirt with life, have fun, be playful, be joyful, be cute. Do not be boring and uptight. Think about the partner you would like to call in. If there's someone in your life that you feel like is a dark horse in the running, or you like them but you don't know what's up, or maybe something that you thought didn't work out or is like a lost cause, maybe there's still hope there. If not, there could be someone on the horizon coming in, but you want to get clear about the qualities that you want, the things that you do not want to tolerate, so that you know that when you start like attracting people and they start coming into your realm, how to organize and arrange and triage the situation, right? Is this person fun? Is this person like potential here? You know, is this a definite no and need to move on? Like, you know, the red flag has been seen. Take it one step at a time. Be discerning, have wisdom. Don't let your romantic feelings cloud your judgment or blind you to reality. Check it and be honest, right? With yourself and with the other. And then enjoy some solitude and some time, some you time to get clear on what you want, to get clear on, you know, the things that you're calling in for your own goals and things during this new moon cycle, because the next month is going to be influenced by Virgo energy, which is great. So right now, get dreamy and, you know, over the next few days about what you're wanting to, you know, the intentions that you're wanting to see play out over the next few weeks. Because once Virgo new moon energy hits, it's like you're really going to be able to like put idea into action, because it's very, very earthy, but it's also very fast and liquid Mercury. Like there's a lot of fire and air behind Virgo, which is strange because it's like an earth. It's the fieriest and the airiest earth sign there is. Let's just put it that way. They're the faster earth sign. All right, you guys. I'm actually going to film our new moon workshop tonight because I will be working Saturday and tomorrow. And it just seems like I can take my time and not be in such a rush if I don't have to like squeeze it in before a weekend shift, because we go in a little earlier on the weekends. So, oh, also, I'm really excited, you guys, today. I have fulfilled a childhood dream. It's not 100%, but it's 98%. I got a trapper keeper. I wanted one my whole life. And I was at Walmart today getting a bunch of things, and I saw that they had trapper keepers, and I was so excited. And I was like, I've finally arrived. I have finally become so independent that I don't have to ask anyone if I can buy my trapper keeper. I can just buy one. Now, the reason why it's only 98% is because yes, it is neon. There are like desert mountain space themes going on with some geometric light grids happening, but it's not Lisa Frank. And I wanted it to be Lisa Frank, but they didn't have Lisa Frank. They had some knockoff versions of Lisa Frank, and I was like, this ain't cutting it. But this is close enough. All right, y'all. Be good, but not too good. Don't be too uptight, be flirtatious. But don't be flirting if you're in commitment. But like non-sexually flirt. Just be flirty with life. Flirtation with life itself. All right, I'm melting down.